It's tapping into, this is a way for me to become more worthwhile. It's a way for me to become enough. It's a way for me to stay young. This is why it is so attractive and resonates so deeply with so many people.
I'm Ben. I've worked as a medical doctor in the UK for over 20 years. In my specialty of intensive care medicine and anaesthesia, I've seen both the strength and the frailty of the human body. And I'm also a Christian, so I believe in life after death. And the combination of my job and my faith means that I am dead interested in this topic that we're going to be talking about in this series, which is, so you want to live forever? Many people nowadays are really interested in living longer. So this idea of longevity, how can I make my body better? How can I look better? How can I live longer? It seems to be really important. I'm going to speak in a gym with my friend and colleague Alanzo Paul, who's going to tell me a little bit more about it.
That's cool. Oh, okay.
Hey, sir.
This is like a gym pre-pump.
Okay. So what does post-pump look like?
It'll look like a real gym.
Okay. I'd also quite like to chat a little bit about longevity.
This is something I actually think a lot about. So I'm a DPhil student here at the University of Oxford. And so I think a lot about the big questions of life. So I think I have a perspective that I think will be helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you kiss your guns a lot as well?
You're only catching me in between kisses.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's busy gun kissing sessions.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right.
Let's start over here.
Okay, what is this?
This is the Smith machine.
Okay, great. Is it going to hurt? So tell me, now you've cracked the code to life and you're 300 years old, do you actually want to live forever?
Yeah, so longevity is something that's actually on the minds of lots of people at the gym, whether it's prolonging their life or even living forever. And it's really interesting to me because at the gym, it's something that's almost palpable, this longing. Every rep, all the blood, sweat, and tears, every single set seems to be moving towards this whole idea of longevity. Let's put a 15 on too. Oof. When you're thinking about fitness influencers like Sam Sulek or Kim Kardashian, the reason why this life philosophy resonates so deeply with us is that it is touching on something that is very deep within, something good. And that something good is meaning. It's tapping into, this is a way for me to become more worthwhile. It's a way for me to become enough. It's a way for me to stay young. This is why it is so attractive and resonates so deeply with so many people.
Yeah. Come on. Come on, my son.
Pump.
Lovely.
I couldn't get that last one. And I think we all think to ourselves, gosh, if I just look like this person or look like that person with the right amount of dedication, with the right philosophy or whatever, then I would feel like I would be enough. It drives people to this obsessive level of training, this obsessive dieting, maybe even surgery, maybe fillers, those sorts of things.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, why don't we go and do some dumbbells?
I'm ready. So you're saying that we're setting people up to fail if we're doing this stuff?
Well, you might be setting yourself up to fail if you're only lifting these weights. I think, honestly, bro, this can be horribly destructive. The finish line is always moving forward.
That little bit further on, yeah.
There's always going to be somebody that does look better. And so if you're somebody that already struggles with feeling, I'm not enough, when you're in this, you're going into something that you can never achieve this enoughness. If the first worry is that I'm not enough, the second worry is about growing older, about prolonging the inevitable, death.
Oh.
And people at the gym will do everything possible to prolong this in life. Supplements, intense training, obsessing over wrinkles and all of these sorts of things just to cling to youth one more day, one more month, one more year, that sort of thing. all in a hope of avoiding the inevitable. I think we need to go to the cables.
What happens at the cables?
More death. You might be satisfied right now, but as you progress, you only get further away from that goal. You can't keep it. And the reason why is that your satisfaction that you're getting from this right now is contingent on something, it's dependent on something, your appearance. And your appearance is temporary. And so you're setting yourself up to fail.
Aren't we just feeding our fears and anxieties?
I'm saying two things. One, it's my set.
Oh.
And two, absolutely not. I love the gym. It's so important for our mental health, our physical health. There's so much value in discipline and routine and strength and all of these sorts of things. What I'm saying is that it has its limitations, this philosophy of life.
So what's the alternative?
So from my perspective, Ben, it depends what sort of universe we live in. If it's a universe of atheism, it's purely materialistic, purely natural, purely physical, then maybe this struggle with am I enough, or this fear of the inevitable, of growing old and dying, maybe that's just, it is what it is. What if we don't live in that atheistic universe? Suppose there is something more. Suppose it is a universe that was created by God. Well, then that changes everything. I can love the gym, but I don't have to have those same fears with respect to longevity. I don't have to feel like I'm not enough because I don't have a perfect body. From the Christian worldview, I am enough because of what Christ has done.
Thanks, that's really helpful. Can I stretch now?
Yeah, okay, great. But I shan't join you.
Well, I enjoyed that. Hope you did too. I'll see you soon. All this talk of death and dying and eternal life is quite extraordinary. There's no denying that. So that's why I'd love you to join us for the rest of the series, when I'm going to be interviewing a whole load of friends and colleagues about death and dying and eternal life from multiple different worldviews. And hopefully you will see that there is light in the darkness. There's also tons of resources to find out more on the OCCA website, which can be found at www.theocca.org. Hopefully see you soon.